From farm to table takes a lot of work and effort from a lot of different people, especially farmers. Today, philosophical farmer Clyde Fenton joins Dr. Amanda McWhirt from the MidAmerican Strawberry Growers Association to get the latest scoop on growing strawberries in Arkansas.
Hey there, welcome to this edition of the Philosophical Farmer. We're here today at the Don Tyson Center here on the University of Arkansas's farm. We're talking today about associations. Before we get into talking about horticultural associations though, I wanted to tell you a quick story of an experience I had. I had a friend, his name was Matt, and he was a lawyer, and one day I walked into his office and he asked me what I was doing. I said, well, I'm getting ready to go to a strawberry growers conference. Well, it was a Strawberry Grower Association meeting, and my lawyer friend kind of laughed. He says, you're going to a meeting about growing strawberries? He says, what's there to it? You stick the strawberry plant in the ground and it grows. Well, I kind of bristled a little bit, and I told him why I believed it was important, and he kind of apologized. But I think that kind of illustrates sometimes we've forgotten how much really goes into farming. And these associations, over the years, I was in farming for 30 years, and I went to meetings every year because I was meeting with people who were in the same profession. They were dealing with the same problems, the same challenges, and we challenged each other, and we learned from each other, and we learned from the university. But it was a sense of community, and so I found these associations to be very valuable. But I wanted to share a little bit about this today because these associations are where we get to share with the university what our challenges are, a new disease we're dealing with, an insect we're dealing with, or what variety is going to be best. But these things trickle down to what you guys get in the grocery store. You know, it's people like us that are growing them. We hear from you, we talk to each other, we share with breeding programs what we need, and these associations play a critical role in that. We're here today with Dr. Amanda McWhirt. She's our fruit specialist with the University of Arkansas's Division of Agricultural Cooperative Extension. We're here today talking about associations, and in particular fruit growing associations. Right. Dr. McWhirt, tell us a little bit about your involvement with associations with fruit and vegetables.
Yeah, absolutely. So in the state of Arkansas, we really have two big fruit associations. We have the MidAmerican Strawberry Growers Association and the Arkansas Blackberry Growers Association. And both of these associations have different activities that they do throughout the year to try and bring growers together, also to bring the growers in and have opportunities to learn and expand their knowledge. And so typically I work with the growers to share updates on what kind of research we're doing and what kind of new best management practices we're recommending so these growers can be more successful. So today we're here with the MidAmerican Strawberry Growers Association doing our pre-plant meeting, and we're going to talk about all the things that we learned from last year's research to try and set growers up to be successful in this coming year. And this meeting is really nice because the growers get to hear from us about what kind of research we're doing, what kind of recommendations we can give them, but they also get to interact with one another and kind of share what each other has learned and kind of grow the industry together.
You know, it's funny, I've noticed over the years as I've been kind of on both sides. I'm an extension now as an agent, but I was also a farmer, and there's this characteristic in farmers that they'll listen to what university brings them as far as science and best practice and so forth. Sometimes to get them over the hump of adopting it though, to see their peers using it. And so, I mean, that's one of the values that I found in this. Can you tell us a little bit, maybe examples of how you've seen that happen?
Oh, absolutely. You know, growers, are sometimes hesitant to adopt new practices, and rightfully so, because, this is their livelihood. And so sometimes, if we have growers that are a little bit more adventurous and early adopters of new technologies, and they see success and are able to share that success with other growers, then you kind of see other growers start to adopt it as well. And that kind of helps move the entire industry to be more sustainable, more efficient. and just more successful overall. And so these types of meetings is a nice opportunity for growers to share those experiences and see what is working and maybe what's not working, and hopefully move everybody towards being more successful overall.
You know, just for an example, today we're here at the MidAmerican Strawberry Growers Association meeting. What are some of the topics that you'll cover that are important to these growers, things they need to know?
Yeah, so here at Pre-Plant we're going to talk about new cultivars, so choosing new varieties that are going to be more successful, have better fruit quality, better yields. We're going to talk about disease management. That's a real big issue. As you can see right now, it's raining, and rain really helps with disease to grow here in Arkansas. And we're starting to see some new diseases that are popping up, and so we want to make sure that we're giving growers some information about how to combat those and what to look for so that they don't lose fruit quality or lose yield. We're going to talk about weed management, about soil management, about fertility, all the things that are really important to make sure that we get the crop established well this coming fall so that growers can be successful next spring.
Well, thank you, Amanda. I appreciate you spending time today. You know, I feel like it's important for our viewers to get to understand that there's more than just sticking something in the ground and watching it grow. And these associations through my life have been a real important part of my learning and moving ahead, and we appreciate your contribution to these associations here in this state.
Well, thanks so much for having me, Clyde. Appreciate it.
Thank you. My parting thoughts today, you know, we've been talking about associations, and I think about something that President Dwight Eisenhower said in relation to farming. He says, farming looks mighty easy when your plow is a pencil and the cornfield's 1,000 miles away. Well, I think that really applies here because you look at strawberries, blackberries, raspberries, peaches, you know, any of these things that we have associations with, horticultural associations, it looks mighty easy on paper, but there's a lot of challenges, and these associations are a real tool to help us deal with those challenges.